My name is Mike. I'm 20 years old from Altrincham and I'm currently a chef and just started training for my master diploma in personal training. And this is my story. From my mid-teens, around 15, I suffered heavily from depression and really struggled with my anxiety and suffered from panic attacks, just like many others in society these days. I isolated myself away from my friendships and relationships and my family, not opening up to anyone about it. Like many, I suffered in silence, easier to keep it to myself than to burden people with my problems. When I was younger, around 14, my dad left the family home and it all started spiraling from there. I started losing friendships, I started losing relationships with people, and I slowly just started isolating myself more and more as the day went on. Nobody really knew that I was going through anything, so there wasn't the availability there, but everyone should know that everyone is there for people to get help. There's tons of charities. One of my friends specifically went through the Samaritans, and I kept myself so secluded from everyone that I didn't have the opportunity to have people to come and help me. But I was blind to the fact that there are thousands, if not millions of people suffering with very similar problems who are open to help. My family was there for me if I needed them, and stupidly I chose not to. I think when you're going through such difficulties, a lot of people don't want to burden people with their problems, but nobody should suffer in silence. In some cases, you don't have friends or family to talk to. There's numerous charities. A close friend of mine told me she would ring the Samaritans helpline for help, and she really benefited from it, having a friendly person on the other end to help and offer support and to answer all the problems. To be honest, I didn't really do much about it. I sort of just kept it to myself, and that's why it slowly got worse and worse and worse, because I didn't have anyone to help me with it. It got worse. I lost more friends, I lost more family members, and everything just slowly started getting worse. I didn't know what to do with myself. I had no really options. No, I did, to be fair. Yeah, it's not on my arms, which is where I deliberately didn't want to do it on my arms for the fact that I didn't want people seeing it, like cutting myself and stuff. You can see all the time on TV shows and things like that and through social media, but I started cutting myself on my legs. I started self-harming, just everything that possibly could have gone bad went bad. Specifically on my legs, just because I didn't want my arms to sort of have any marks through them. I didn't want people seeing that, because my legs, obviously, secluded, no one ever sees the tops of your legs unless you're getting intimate with someone. So it was always close to me, no one knew about it, and it was only a specific few times that I've showed people anything about that. It did at the time, yeah. It just put it to one side and just made it about the sort of the fact that I was hurting myself more than what was going on in my head. Probably about 6 months. It was probably when one of my friends noticed the cuts on my legs when we were getting changed in PE. It was literally just below the box of line. He was asking what I was, and then everyone sort of crowded around saying, what is it? And it sort of just got opened up in front of everyone, and everyone just thought I was being stupid, being weird, and didn't really understand it. And that got to me more, but it sort of made me realise I can't be doing that sort of harm to myself. It was draining. Obviously the mental side of it was draining me, but the physical side of it, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go anywhere, I didn't want to do anything, so I slowly got fatter, lost my muscle mass, I was like going worse at football, nothing really mattered. I wasn't eating for quite a while, so when I did put on weight, and then it slowly drastically went from putting on a lot of weight to slowly going. My diet went drastically up and down. Sometimes the weight fluctuated, I got really fat, and then when I stopped eating at all, it went ridiculously skinny and lost so much weight. And it just kept fluctuating as the months went by. So like every 3 months or so, I went from 13 stone to 9 stone, back up, back down pretty much. When I was skinny, I was quite happy. Obviously, guys have abs at skinny, but when I was fat, got slower at football and got worse and worse. And obviously, I hated myself more and more. I think my family noticed it, but they didn't really pay much attention to it. I got offered a job as a chef at a cafe, which I'm still currently doing. And it sort of made me think a lot that I have something to offer to people. I can be a good worker. I obviously was pleasing people with the foods I was making, and also improved my diet a lot and improved my nutrition and things, which overall sort of helped me become healthier and overall have sort of a better lifestyle in general. Something to work towards, and I'd like to wake up to go to every day and look forward to. I was going to the gym before that, though, to be fair, that's the thing. I was going to the gym like a lot. Should I say I started going to the gym? Because I can say like I started going to the gym from there. Should I say from there I started going to the gym sort of thing after work? I was going to the gym before I got this job, and the gym was sort of what sort of pushed me to be miles better with myself. And as I got my job, everything sort of just went better and better. I think the whole just sort of active lifestyle of getting up and having quite an active job, being moving and being open and meeting new people sort of thing just gave me the more confidence to get out there and try new things. And then one of my friends told me about how he was joining a new gym in Altrincham. From there, I slowly started getting more and more and more and heavily got more involved with it. It sort of just changed my perspective on things. Like I had something to look forward to going to work, I had something looking forward to at night, going into the gym. Slowly started seeing results, as in I was putting on more muscle, I was getting leaner because from the way I was kind of eating more, I was becoming happier in myself in body confidence wise, and the body confidence was pushing me mentally to become feeling better about myself. And the fact that I was looking forward to doing something every day sort of perked me up and stopped me wanting to just be sat there in bed all day doing nothing. It was sort of more like I got better from when I sort of broke down to people. Yeah, so like there was one time, because I kept everything so bottled up, the one time that I sort of just broke down, everything came out, and it sort of came to a realization that I needed to change things. No, I never sought professional help. A lot of people said I should try and go to the doctors about it, but I wanted to keep it to myself more than anything. I didn't want to have to open up to more people. I just didn't want to accept the fact. I wasn't in denial. I could tell I was definitely embarrassed because it's not a normal thing, because people don't see it, because nothing specifically happened to turn me. Like some people it happens where a parent dies or a friend dies sort of thing. They just go, oh, what's wrong with you? You've got nothing to be depressed about. Whereas this sort of just slowly built up and built up and built up and got worse. It was a bit of a mix. Again, it's like some people saw it as, what have you got to be depressed about? Like, you've got nothing wrong with you, and some people were very caring and understanding about it all. To be honest, it's all very positive these days. I wake up in the morning, I've got my set meal plans for the day. I look forward to getting up out of bed, having a shower, going downstairs and make my breakfast and count all my macros and everything, weigh everything out. And then I get ready for work and cycle to work every morning, which is obviously getting outdoors again and sort of enjoying my environment and exercising. And then spending about 8 or 9 hours in work, but work's quite enjoyable at the minute as well. And then coming home, doing some more research, working into what I need to do, my PT and plan sort of thing for clients, progressing on to going to the gym later on in the evening. I think it's just the baby steps to start with. Don't throw yourself into something so drastically, because it's hard to push yourself to do something so drastic to start with. But sort of the little things and how to sort of rewire your brain and how to change yourself positively by simply things like making sure you go to bed at a certain time every night, making sure you wake up at a set time every day and getting up and moving and getting active, even if it is just simply in the mornings going for a walk to work or going for a cycle, anything, just stay active. Long term, you sort of just have to think about the bigger goal, where your life's going to be heading, where you want it to go, and you've got to be doing the small steps to be able to get to that sort of lifestyle. So for me, I wanted to change my life, make the gym a big part of my life. So I had to think, what can I need to do to be able to push myself to go further? And that was through diet and changing how I exercise and researching things and how to progress that further. So obviously I won't be able to push myself very hard at the gym if I didn't have a good diet. It wasn't going to look good if I didn't have a good diet. So it's just a small steps to be able to push yourself to a bigger goal. You just got to think about it in the long run. You've got to think about staying positive. The reason why you're actually doing it is not worth self-harming your body and ruining. I think probably the best thing to do is just clear whatever it is out of your head and stop putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be able to self-harm. If it's things like you've got razors, like just keep them away from your bed, because obviously you're going to be in your bedroom all the times. What you're going to be doing is you're not going to be doing out and about. So just keep them away from your bedroom, even if it is talking to your mum or parents or family, to keep it away from anywhere you can have access to it. It's going to stop you from being able to prevent yourself to do that. And thinking about the positive side of it, and the reason is to look forward. The main thing is you're not alone. There's millions and millions and millions of people that suffer from the same problems, and it's not embarrassing, it's not uncommon, it's not strange, it's not stupid. You yourself, and it's what you feel, and that's all right. And you're the only. There's many things out there, such as cognitive behavior therapy, where a therapist will help you change the way you think, put you onto a positive track where you won't feel the way you feel. I think 100% if you're out there and you're struggling with things, you just need to get active and get moving and try something different. If it's going to your gym, going swimming, going running, playing a new sport, playing everything, as long as it makes you happy, you can slowly progress yourself into doing that. Cut out the negative people, the negative habits, whether it's smoking, drinking, eating like bad diets, a healthy lifestyle is the most perfect thing you can do for yourself, because you are what you eat. If you eat healthy, you'll feel much better about yourself. You can bring colour back into your life. remember that you need to be around positive people to have a positive impact in your life. You need to cut out the negative people that aren't helping you progress your life in any way. I'm glad to have this opportunity through the World of Soldiers to share my story to anyone that needs a helping hand and wanting to change their lives. You can also directly contact me personally for any personal advice or training and nutritional information on Instagram at Hercules Fitness. I'll get back to anyone no matter how big or small the problem.
Yes.